Yo, what is up, guys? So, Ilia Topuria moving up to lightweight and wants to fight Islam Makhachev, which would be the decision to be making, right? And honestly, I think it's justifiable in a media title shot, but from what we're hearing, Islam Makhachev is saying no. In favor of Justin Gaethje. Now, at first glance, I understand why people will be put off by this. Why Gaethje? He's on a one-fight win streak. Yeah, he's got star power. We all see it, okay? Gaethje's a big star. He's one of the top lightweights, and honestly, it would be the hardest challenge that Islam Makhachev has faced at the moment. I think, honestly, Arman Tsarukyan would be a bigger challenge, and Ilia Topuria would be a bigger challenge. But I think there's method to the madness. Should he fight Gaethje? Yes. And I'm going to be frank with you. I think Islam Makhachev is going to need Gaethje before he feels comfortable going after Ilia Topuria or having Ilia challenge him for his title. Because if he faces Ilia Topuria, a Georgian fighter who has proven to be the biggest problem with these Dagestanis, it has been proven with Merab Dvalishvili versus Umar Nurmagomedov that the Georgians are here to take over. And obviously, Makhachev does have Ilia in the wrestling. Ilia Topuria got taken down by Bryce Mitchell, and if Bryce Mitchell could take down Ilia Topuria, then I definitely think that it's not going to be an issue for Islam Makhachev to get that fight to the ground. I think it's going to be a little bit closer than people think, but in the striking realm, Ilia Topuria definitely has what it takes to pick apart Islam Makhachev at this point. And Islam Makhachev knows this. They don't want to see their biggest star lose to another Georgian at this point. There's a very national pride to this thing with the Dagestanis and the Georgians right now that a lot of, it's pretty right now it's on full blast. And the Georgians are coming for the Dagestanis' number one spot. So if he takes on Gaethje, one, he fixes the problem that's on his resume a little bit where, he fights Dustin, his one lightweight title defense, and then he's about to fight Tsarukyan. Tsarukyan got yanked, and then Moicano stepped up. Okay, that wasn't Islam's fault. Do I think they should potentially look into a future with Arman Tsarukyan? Yes, but here's where I'm going with this. You have a main event with Ilia Topuria not being in it. You have Gaethje versus Makhachev. Co-main event, Ilia Topuria versus Arman Tsarukyan on that same card. And then winner of that fight gets the challenge for the title. Perfect solution for this whole thing. Because, a lot of people are saying, no, the UFC should be doing this. No, the UFC should be doing that. The thing is, the UFC doesn't care about what any of us UFC content creators, commentary guys has to say, unless you're one of the select few up top. Otherwise, Tom Aspinall versus John Jones would be happening, but that's obviously not gonna. See, MMA Guru is like the top dog, and he's been calling for Tom Aspinall versus John Jones, and it's still not happening. So, you know what? I take that back. Even if you're one of the biggest names out there, they still really don't care, But all I'm saying is I'm throwing that out there. I'm going to cast that line out there. Maybe see if that's what would be in a perfect world. But I know we don't live in that perfect world, and they're probably just going to go with Gaethje, and then we'll see what happens with Ilia. But I will say, if Islam Makhachev beats Gaethje, which I think very well he can, it'll be better for his resume, obviously. I do hope he does fight Ilia Topuria down the line, because if he continues to say no to Ilia Topuria, if he is saying no, it is going to be like a lightweight version of John Jones versus Tom Aspinall. at this point. So, obviously we want to see Topuria versus Makhachev. That's the fight to definitely make. Maybe there's method to this timeline. Who knows? I'm willing to throw up that benefit of the doubt. That's my thing. I might just be more patient than most. But if he fights Gaethje and then beats him, if he fights Tsarukyan and beats him, and then he says no to Ilia Topuria, yeah, no, it's definitely, I think more duck emojis are going to be coming down on the UFC commentary section during the press conferences. But that's all I got, really. So, you know what? As much as I would like to see, I want to hope that there's method to this. I really hope they go with that solution. I just present it because then that would actually make UFC fans happy. UFC fans do get ignored a lot. I'm going to be real. And if the UFC fan base continues to not get what it wants, especially like I brought up John Jones versus Tom Aspinall, fans want to see that one. But I think they're just trying to make every stop to that knot. And there's a lot of he said, she said, oh, UFC said no, Jones said no, Tom Aspinall said no. Hey, crazy things coming. So you don't even know what's real anymore, even though I doubt Tom Aspinall even did that. But right here, right now, let's not make the same mistake with this one. But that's what I got. Peace out. See y'all on the next one. Cheers. All that good stuff. But I will say, before we cast judgment, let's see how they throw this one together. Because if they do go with Gaethje up next for the title, like I said, co-main event, Tsarukyan versus Topuria. Perfect to justify for Ilia to earn his way in. And then Makhachev has experience with power strikers a little bit more because Dustin Poirier did give Islam some problems, right? Did hit him with some stuff. And then Moicano did cause Makhachev to trip. I know a lot of people say it was an official hit, but we are seeing that in the striking realm. And remember, Islam Makhachev does have a KO on his record. Now, it did get him to be the least hit fighter on the roster, but he is human and he is beatable. And Topuria has all the stops to do it. But that's all I got to say. I'll see you on the next one. Peace out. And once again, cheers.